Hey everyone. Video's up a little late this week, huh? It was last week too. What's coming over me? You've actually been really kind about that, and it helps my mental well being a great deal. The fact that I can give myself permission to not be Johnny on the spot every Monday morning, it reminds me that this isn't actually a job, because if it was, I would hate it and I would, not want to do it anymore. It's just for fun. As you can tell with the theme of this video. And I'm gonna give you I've got if you could just see my videos in the works queue, I've got so much technical shit in the works, and I just have to sit down and kind of wrangle it into shape more than I can do with a silly little thing like this. But why I don't do that is because I'm traveling. I'm home now for a second. I just got back from Ireland, as I said, and some other places, and I am off again. It's holiday season time, right? So we've got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, and I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. So I'm just kind of floating and I'm just dropping in on some people I haven't seen in a very long time and might even see my family back east for a bit. Anyway, this is a video about travel, not about the travel I'm about to do. It's about the travel that people might be doing to you. And you saw the joke of the title, right? Your guest towels suck. You know why I call this video that? Because your guest towels suck. It's hard for me to publish this video. I've had this in my mind for a while. And here's the problem. I'm always on the road, right? Sometimes that's in hotels, but a lot of times that's with people. Like I've got loads of wonderful people in my life. I'm very, very fortunate. But if I put out a video about why some folk are bad at hosting and I do it right after I've stayed with friends, they're going to think they're bad at hosting. So the way I'm doing this one is literally just the other night I stayed with friends and they're the best people ever at hosting, and they know it, and they know it because I tell them every time. And I even joked about this video. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna probably put a video on my channel about something," and I told them why I haven't been able to, and I'm like, "Just so you guys know, it's not gonna be about you." They're like, "No, it's not gonna be about us. We know what our shit." Like they're wonderful. They're absolutely great. And yeah, I just couldn't be home. I wanted to be out of the house, so they let me stay with them for a bit. Here's what I mean when I say your guest towels suck. We're about to be in a season of the year when a lot of people visit friends and family. You could do a handful of things, very small things, that would make your guest's experience a lot better. Guest towels shouldn't exist in my world. Just they're like billionaires. What do I mean? I mean if you have a bathroom, like you're fortunate enough to have a second bathroom where like your guests have their own bedroom and bathroom, lovely, posh, ooh, snaps. And if you've been keeping towels in that bathroom that are like the good towels and they're just in the linen closet in that bathroom, unless you live in like Arizona, all linens will get a little bit stale and musty over time if you don't use them just in a drawer or on a shelf, right? They'll naturally absorb humidity, especially if it's a bathroom. The bathroom's going to have some humidity in it. My rule on this, and Tara and I have done this, my other relationships and I in the past have done this. I've done this when I was a single man. Just have towels. Like, this is rule number one. Just have regular linens. Just have bed sheets and towels and all the linens, and you just cycle them out. You just do the laundry. And when guests come over, they get the same towels that you've been washing and using. And if you are so embarrassed or your towels are so bad, it's Christmas. Get yourself some new towels. Which, by the way, though, you know this, brand new towels are terrible guest towels. If you're hosting people for the first time ever and you just ran out to, some place and you ordered like some guest towels, they're not ready for guest usage. You have to wash them a minimum of like, I would say 3 to 4 times. High temp wash, apple cider vinegar, or more likely just regular white vinegar on the rinse cycle. You put that in where you'd normally put like fluffy rinse aid or whatever. And you also know you don't use fabric softener on towels. Use fabric softener on your boxers, your socks, or maybe your bed sheets, but not on towels because you want your towels to be absorbent and fabric softener screws that up. So, yes, that's the first one. Don't have guest towels, just have towels. Have nice towels, wash them regularly, once a season, maybe with some white vinegar, but normally just with detergent. You're going to be fine. Point two, you know this if you stay in hotels. The only thing that anyone really meaningfully cares about is a place to plug something in next to a bed. There's a lot that we will like deal with in terms of weirdness and oddities and like how does the sink work? And I don't know what this was. This a mini fridge? No, it costs money. There's a lot of stuff I will put up with in a hotel. My main gripe is how do I plug shit in next to the bed? If you offer people guest space, you can solve this with a like $9 thing. You get the super long extension cord power block that has like 4 or 5 plugs and USBs on the outside. You are a god down from the heavens, touching everybody with a kiss on the forehead as they tuck in for bed at night because they can plug in anything they need right by the bedside. Now, if you want to talk bedside amenities, like we can go more than that, right? Again, the friends I just stayed with, and even our house, what we do at our house, like if you get a little basket full of all the stuff that hotels or first class sections on planes give away, the disposable toothbrush, the extra shampoo, the extra little bits and the bobs, all the little lotions, potions, add some little airline bottles, add a few pre rolls or something, or a little battery powered vape or something like that. Add things that you think people would want. A little basket next to the bed goes a long way. You do those two things, you're already light years above loads of houses that people have to stay at for the holiday season. But those are the two basics. I'll give you two more, kind of on the high end, maybe even a third if we're getting crazy. Lighting. Can people in your guest room manage lighting? That means basically two things. It means, first of all, if there's windows, do you have curtains? Do you have window treatments? Ideally, are they blackout curtains? Like that would be really nice. But do you have some way of letting people have privacy and lighting control with the windows? The super duper extra bonus on lighting is, do you have your lights on dimmers? If you don't, dear God, put dimmer switches everywhere. It's the first thing I do whenever I move into a new apartment all the time is I rip out all the switches and I change them to dimmers in all the bedrooms basically, and lots of other spaces as well. Even in the hallways, even though that's not to code technically. Why isn't it to building code? Ask me in the comments. Tell me if you think you know. But yeah, give your guests the ability to not have like one boob light on the ceiling on full blast as the only choice of lighting, and give them a way to make the outside light go away in the morning, especially if they're flying in and they're going to be jet lagged. Bonus move number 2 though, this is the creme de la creme. You know you can actually just buy luggage stands? Yeah, you don't have to swipe them from hotels or something like that if you really want one in your guest room. I've added this luggage stand to our guest room. It's in the closet, and whenever people stay, like they don't have to like leave their bags on the floor. Most people don't unpack into dressers and everything now when they travel for a few. I mean, Emily does, but that's adorable. But most people just like, here's my backpack. I flip it open and I get my stuff out of it. Like they do it on a chair. That's why that chair is next to the bed in all the hotels. It's for your backpack, right? Or you can have a little luggage stand if someone's traveling with an actual rollerboard type suitcase. Get one of these. You can get them for cheap. It makes it looks like, oh man, you knew we were coming. You really wanted us to feel great, didn't you? Yeah, those are my top tips. I mean, down in the comments, share what things you really like and don't like when you stay with friends or when you host friends. Some of our people have pointed things out like allergies. If you have pets and you tell people, yeah, we have a guest room and the pets don't ever go in there. Do they not go in there because no humans are ever in there? Are they going to start going berserk now that a human is in that room and they want nothing more on this earth than to be in that room? Can you manage your pets? Do you have sheets that the pets have not been on? Do you have bathroom products that are unscented? Do you know if people have like perfume allergies? Like again, if you have those little amenity bottles that you're putting next to the bed for people, make them unscented products. Just make the extra choice right there. Things like that. Do you have the ability for people to easily and smoothly connect to the Wi-Fi, even if you're like asleep and they forgot to ask you and they crept downstairs at night? Do you know where that information goes, right? We understand this as a society in 2025. It goes on the fridge. You stick it with a magnet on your fridge and you use the little QR code, which gives the automatic ka-chunk connect kind of thing on Wi-Fi. If you don't know how that works, ask one of your nerdy friends to tell you how to do it. What else can you think of? If you're a guest Anything behind the bar is probably fair game unless the bottle's not open. That's the general rule in our house, anyway. Is that the rule with your hosts? Ask your host before you pour the really good stuff. But if you're hosting people, pour the good stuff. We're only living once, right? All right, I'm not going to make this video any longer. I'll give you something else soon. But in the meantime, I will see you on the road. I'll see you in airports. I'm going to be all around New England and Philly and down to North Carolina again and back and forth and to and fro. Say hi to me, wave to me, or just give me one of these from across the airport. I'll know what you mean. Stay safe out there on the ground, in the sky, or at relatives' houses.